Hi, welcome. It's Skadi Yoga. I'm Skadi. Here's Suki. She's sitting there. So we do a class for open the hips to make happy hips. And so let's start just to sit and to make an intention. So that's the timer. So respect for time. So bring your hands together in front of the heart. Make sure your spine is straight. You can always sit on a cushion or a block. And most people have the head too much forward, so bring the head a little bit in while the chest goes a little bit more forward. So this is what we do, most people. So we have to align the spine to bring the chest more forward, chin more in. The eyes are closed, sitting bones down, pressed strongly into the mat, into the support under you. The crown all the way up to the ceiling. Relaxing your face, your jaws, your shoulders. So then remember 5 basic points that's very important to come back while you're doing your practice. So the first one is the place where you are. So respecting and have gratitude for the place. And remembering the time where we're living in. So coming back all the time in the moment. Respect and gratitude for time. And then respect and gratitude for yourself, who you really are. But then remember also everything that's around you. We need each other, we need nature, we need everything to live in harmony. So respect and gratitude for everything that's around you. And as well as respect and gratitude for the old wisdom and knowledge, where we still can learn from to feel good, to be good, and to create a better world around us. So from here, we're entering in the first pose, and that's the butterfly pose. So maybe you have to sit on something higher when it's very hard to bending forwards. Maybe use props for under your knee to supporting your knee or hip. Maybe one hip is more painful, then use something for under it. And then you can also use a block or something to rolling down to. So you can go with the forehead resting there. And if possible, you try not to use anything, only when you have a sharp shooting pain, like electric pins and needles, like a knife is cutting your knee or hip or neck. Then use props so you can be more relaxed and more able to stay 5 minutes. But we want to have a stretch, so finding out. I like to do my neck, so I just stay here, but the class is focused on the hips, so maybe you want to go deeper down. Well, I will bring my heels a little bit more closer in, so I feel a stretch on the inner leg and my neck in this way. And then you decide, so in Yin Yoga there are not so much rules. You decide where, how you want to be in the posture. Where is your target area? Probably you clicked on this one, it's the hips. So then you're allowed to come also more in the hips forwards. But we do more. So I like to open my neck, especially after a night of sleep. I have very stiffness there. And in the same time, I feel the stretch on the inner legs. Or maybe I can put my hands here to help a little bit more the stretch and to release more tension in the neck. So when you have problems like me in the knees and hips, the muscles, I noticed that the muscles on the inside of the legs are getting very, very tight, and the quadriceps and the hip flexors. Not so much the buttock muscles or the little muscles under that. But of course, everybody is different, and I think when you're running, when you do a lot of workout, then probably your buttock muscles start to tighten more up. And when you have like problems like me and pain, then the muscles on the inside, the quadriceps and the hip flexor start to shortening and tense up. And I noticed that the buttock muscles, the glute muscles are getting weak. So I need to train them to make them stronger and to stretching the inside and the front. So that will be the main focus. And when you have problems on the hip or knee, and really be alert that you don't have sharp pains. That's never good. And just melting down. When the stretch is getting less, you can go a little bit in a different way. Maybe deeper in the hips, deeper in the band, removing a block. But remember, no sharp pain. And then slowly, you're coming up. Then we go to a dragonfly, a half dragonfly. So my left leg stays in butterfly and the right is stretching out. And try to really opening so that you target the inside and from the other hip, a little bit the hip flexor, side and flank area. So that's this area if you cannot see. And then turning and then going down, reaching down. You can always use a prop for under your knees, one or left or right, sitting on something higher, or props on front. And then just melting down again in this posture. So many targets here, a little bit inside, also the hamstring, the back side, and in the hip itself on the left. So when you're in this posture and your left knee is very painful, then just stretch that leg too in full dragonfly. So you go like this. And then just coming in and connecting with your eyes. Just relaxing your eyes, like your eyes are smiling and connecting with the energy who run through the eyes. So you bring that smiling energy or this more relaxing energy or warming energy. I always compare it with the golden shine light who runs through the eyes inwards when you're smiling. So just bring that smile this golden light in your system, just to visualize it, just to feel it. Because the eyes are connecting with the liver and gallbladder. And the stretches we do today are very related to the tissue where the meridians of gall and liver meridian is running through. So one door for this energy is your eyes. So visualize using your mental power to bring more energy in this system of the liver and gallbladder, to bring more awareness in these areas, to stretch, to feel, to creating space for liquid to go through, like lymph flow, the crystal liquids, water crystals, the fascia, the ground substance, and of course the blood circulation. So all this circulation, blood, chi, lymph, hydration, it's all benefiting for healing, for happy hips. And then very slowly coming up. And then we flow from here like a dragonfly. We flow to sleeping swan or deer pose. So you swing your right leg, the one who was straight, backwards. So when your left knee is painful, then I advise you to stay grounded in your left hip, so that there's a kind of freedom in the left knee. With bending still your back leg, it's easy. And then you're coming more in the middle down. So you don't go bringing the weight into the left knee, but you go middle down. Maybe this is it. Maybe you place your hands and this is it. Or you use props to lean on and going more down. So when your left knee is completely fine, you don't have injuries there, then stretching your right leg and coming more into the sleeping swan. If your left leg, your left knee is still fine and you want to open more the left, then you can bring your left foot a little bit more up. And then your hip is coming a little bit off the mat, maybe. Use a support like a small book or cushion to put under. And when your hip flexors are very tight, then it's maybe nice to stay more straight up, like the swan. We call this swan. Sleeping swan is going down. So another option to work on this when your left knee is painful, when you try to do the deer pose and that it's still painful and nothing is happening, then you just flip the sleeping swan over and bring it on the back. So it's like going on the back, lying down, holding with your left hand the left knee to support. With your right hand, catch your ankle, and then you can softly pull on it and see how far you can go without any hurt of your left knee. And still, we stretching, we opening your hip flexor. If you want to work a little bit deeper on the hip flexor, use a block and bring the block under your buttocks. And then you can let this leg hanging down and doing the sleeping swan in this way. I don't want to do that you do the eye through the needle, because then still you can hurt your knee very easily, because this is very easy to do. And you don't do anything about your hip flexors. So this is better. Or even just holding on the inside when the knee is really, really tight, holding there and bringing your leg in. Good. So deer pose is first option when the knee is painful. And then lying down on your back, holding with your left hand the left knee and with the right hand your ankle. You can bring a block under the buttocks to have more stretch in the right hip flexor. And then you stay again. You close your eyes and breathe. And for the people who want to work more deeper into the hip flexors and the quadriceps, you can bend the back leg and then pull the leg closer to you. I think this is a good one for me because my hip flexors are most of the times very tight, and the quadriceps. And how more the quadriceps and hip flexor getting tight, how more pain I get in my hip. Just breathe, relaxing in the posture. And there the timer goes, so 5 minutes are already over. So if you're holding also your right leg, just softly letting go. Lean over to your left. So if you have props there, remove it. And bring your right knee forward. So your right foot stays backwards. Bring now the heel very close to the buttocks. So we have like a kind of deer pose. And then walk backwards with your hands. So first leaning on your left and then lifting up your pelvis and bring your tailbone under. When your left knee or your right knee is a little bit sensitive and this is maybe a little bit painful, then stay on your side. So you stay like this. If everything is fine, you can probably lie down like me all the way. So first what you do to give more space and less pressure in the knee is just to lean over to your left elbow. Another option is to holding and lying down on your side. Or just turn to the belly and then hold. So side or deer pose, just leaning on the left, or just lay back deer pose. Good. So this is again focus on the quadriceps. So that's a muscle who's shorted a lot with knee and hip problems. And the quadriceps is attached to your pelvis. So probably the pelvis start to tilt more forwards. So then you're hollowing. So when you feel the lower spine a lot, then bring your tailbone more under. So you have to work a little bit on your abdominals, but most of the times when you sit, and then when you bring your left knee a little bit closer, then it's helping to bring the tail more backwards of your pelvis. And then you feel a deeper stretch in the quadriceps and less pressure in the lower spine, because this is not for bending deeply in the lower spine, just a light compression here, but the focus is the quadriceps. And then again, just softening here. Deep, deep stretch is good. Sharp shooting pain, that's what we don't want. And what I notice is that my lower spine muscles want to contract all the time. It's like maybe to bringing the pelvis back again, but just relax them. Bring your tailbone under again. Just relax the spine. So I have to say every time to me, just relax. So I do hear this exercise again with this smiling eyes or this golden light. So I visualize that I'm smiling with my eyes all the way to the lower spine, my hip, to bring warmth, softness, kind of really kindness, sweetness into the lower spine. I notice also that here in Holland, in Amsterdam, it's these last 2 days very cold instead of the couple of weeks we had before. So my body have to adjust again this cold weather. So one thing is helping to visualize this warm, loving kindness energy flowing through your body to relax and not contracting. And that's also what the body is doing when we are cold. We start to tense up with muscles, especially the muscles we want to stretch now, like the inside of the legs and the quadriceps, the hip flexors. The body wants to move more to this fetus position when we are cold. So slowly, slowly stretch now your left leg and then move with your arms turning to your left side. So when the weight is off your right knee, then you swing it over to your left. Just lie down on your side. Use maybe a cushion for under your right knee. And then open up all the way in a beautiful twist with one leg straight, one leg bent. And if possible, walking, bringing your left leg more to the right side of your yoga mat to really opening your hip flexor also and your stomach area, your chest. So my shoulder is just flying in the air, but I let it be because I know that after a minute or so it sinks down. But if you feel the sharp shooting pain, then maybe it's nice to bring something under the shoulder or something under your knee. The head you can turn over to your right side and then melting down, bringing back this smiling energy, golden light, warmth, kindness into your system. To be kind and soft for yourself, not tensing up, not going into a defense posture. Just open up. Just let the blood flow. Let the lymph flow. Let the chi flow. And then slowly you turning back on your spine. Take a little rebound here. Just lie down with straight legs, bring your spine again in the middle of the mat, and just notice the flow. Notice that the fascia is coming back to the normal shape, relaxing the muscles here to let it happen. And then bringing your knees to your chest and stretching your legs up into the sky. Bring your hands under your buttocks, palms are down, lifting up your head and shoulders and rock up to sitting. And we do everything on the other side. So bending now the right knee and bring it out and bring your left leg all the way to your side. So you feel a little stretch on the inside here. And then you twist. So you're stretching the flank area in your hip flexor. You can be feeling a little bit of the iliopsoas muscle, the quadratus lumboris on the side. And then stretching your arm all the way far away, then maybe also a little part of the latissimus dorsi, the hamstring, and then just melting down. And coming back to this visualization of the golden light, this smiling energy, this warming kindness. Bring that into your system. And all the time remembering no sharp shooting pain. If you have that, bring something under your knee, maybe something under the left knee, or go sitting on something higher. So make it comfortable that you feel an opening, a stretch, but that's not the sharp shooting pain. We don't want that. And then slowly you're coming up. Lean a little bit over to your right. So you can swing your left leg backwards. Or the deer pose and coming more in to the middle down. If that's not working, then you go lying down, holding your right knee and ankle and pull the leg to you, or even with the block under your buttocks, so that your left leg is more straight down, that we work more on the hip flexor and also the SI joint. I didn't talk about that. So the SI joint is also getting a little bit more worked on, more open, probably having one leg forwards and one leg backwards in sleeping swan or deer pose, or sleeping swan on his back, and then just sinking down. So target area, hip flexor and the buttocks, the glute muscle. And then just closing your eyes, connecting again. This smiling energy, this kindness, easygoing, humor, having fun. It's all connecting with the liver and gallbladder meridian. And the gallbladder meridian is running from the side body, the whole side body. Start by your eyes, go crisscross over your head to the side and down, by the neck, shoulder, armpit, down, flank, hip, pelvic muscles, and the side, the IT band, the side of your underleg, ankle, ends in the fourth toe. The liver goes more from in between the big toe and the second toe, goes to the side up on the inside of the leg and goes all the way by your hip flexors up into your system and goes crisscross to the flank area and then runs up by the chest as all branches up to the eyes, ending in the eyes. So by the hip flexor now, if you're also in the swan, then probably you're stretching there more, the liver meridian, while in your right hip, the buttock muscle, the glute area, is stretching the gallbladder. So we do a lot of liver and gallbladder. And the meridian is connecting with these two organs. And these two organs are connecting with this kindness, easygoing. But when these organs start to get weak or too strong, out of balance, then we experience the opposite. Then we are more focused with anger, irritation, restlessness. But when it's flowing well, the energy, when they're working well, they're functioning well, you're good for them, then you're more in tune with the kindness, the easygoing. So that's why I just focus on that kindness. Just really come in that energy, this balanced, good energy, the liver and gallbladder. And just to learn to connect more with kindness for yourself, who you are. So, in this class, maybe when you do this live, just have that maybe for the whole day. Just every time when you have to make a decision or you have to do something, Just remember, be kind for yourself. So the timer went, so bring the weight to the right. Bring your left knee forward, your foot stays backwards. And then just go first on your right elbow to check if your left knee is fine. Then scoop your tailbone under. And then maybe you stay. When the knee is totally fine, you lie down maybe already on your spine. If this is really hard, then you can turn more to your side and really lying down on your side and holding your foot and bringing your heel closer to the buttocks. Another option is to just roll to the belly and holding. Or belly or your side. You put it down. You lean more backwards. And then scoop your tailbone under, bringing your right knee maybe more up to your side. Tailbone under. Let you feel a good deep stretch in quadriceps and hip flexors. And because they are attached to the pelvis want to tilt forwards. So bring your tailbone under, relaxing the spine, just relaxing everything. And close your eyes again. Just visualize that you having this golden light flowing in you, warming you, feeding you with kindness. Just relax. Slowly stretching your right leg. Bring your left arm, shoulders turning over to your right so that there's no weight on the left, and then swing the left forwards. Put your knee down, maybe with a block or something under it. Stretching your right, and if possible, bringing your right leg all the way to the left side of your corner of the yoga mat, and then stretching your left arm wide open. So you stretching again by the hip flexor, stomach area, and then opening your chest. While you stretching also the IT band area, the buttocks area, to put the left knee down, and the head is turning over to work more deeper into the nerve system to activate it system for rest digest. So here, just rest, just do nothing. So really relaxing your face, relaxing your jaws. And then softly, softly turning back on your spine. Just stretch your legs a bit wider than your hips. Open the arms. Just let yourself sinking down. Just feel the body, feel the sensations. Let everything be soft. And just feel this golden energy flowing through your system. This gold, warm, smiling, kind, happy energy. So let this flowing liquid going through your system. If we look all the way under the skin into joints, this liquid what we create when we're doing stretches and movements called synovial fluid is really like a kind of golden oily stuff. That's also a little bit this stuff in our fascia. It's like a kind of liquid, but it also go to a little bit yellow gold substance. So think about that. Think about this golden energy flowing through our system, warming and giving us happy feeling. So happy hips. And then you can start to move a little bit in back in the body, in the muscles. The bones, stretch yourself all the way out like a big yawn. And then bending your knees, rolling to the side, and just slowly come up to sitting. Bringing your hands in front of the heart. Just breathing deeply into the belly. And then bringing the hands in front of the third eye, like a witness for a peaceful wisdom mind. And bring the hands in front of the heart, a witness for an open heart, full compassion, kindness, and happiness. The open golden heart. And then your hands in front of the belly, a witness to ground into your authentic self. And there's your power. That's your strength. Namaste. Thank you so much again for doing the class with me. Thank yourself. Have a beautiful day, or maybe have a beautiful night and sleep well and have good dreams. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. You help me with that. And let me know. Let me know who you are, where you're from. Yeah, I like to know you. So write something down with the comments. Thank you so much. See you next week. Bye.